What's up, everybody? Welcome back to H&H Sport Talk. My name is Jeremiah. This is Chris.
Okay. So besides that, we're about to go over week 15 reviews and see how we did, and pretty much talk about what they did good and what they did wrong. There's a lot of wrongs in these
and
games.
the upsets.
And
not talk about that.
We gotta talk about this one big major upset that just happened.
A couple of them.
Can't believe it. I can't believe the one.
All right, maybe the one's not
The one
as
is
big a deal, but
the other one's not that big of a deal. Kind of expected it, but that one, oh my god, how could you do that to yourself? Okay, let's continue. Let's go ahead and start this.
Let's jump into it. So the Chiefs and the Chargers. We both expected this to be a close game. It was. It was exactly what we expected. With the victor. Nope.
No, I chose the Chargers.
You chose the Chargers.
I chose the Chargers, but still a good game. Didn't expect nothing less from them. Like, it's just two teams going back and forth. It was pretty much a shootout, which was pretty much what I said it was going to be in the beginning, and it turned out that way. So,
and with shootouts, the person that wins is the person who gets the ball last.
Right.
So that's how that goes.
All right. Patriots and the Colts. Did not expect the Patriots to lose by 10.
Yeah.
I expected it to be a close game, but I did not expect the Colts to win either.
No. The Colts kind of walked in there and showed everyone what
was up. They really showed up. Like, their run game really showed up. It was like the Patriots defense couldn't stop that run game for nothing. It was like, where was the linebackers in this game? You know?
You're sleeping.
Yeah, snoozing. Pancake to the floor. That's pretty much what they were.
Pancake to the floor.
Okay, Panthers and Bills. I mean, we both chose the Bills on this one. Like, we pretty much expected this from the Bills because it's the Panthers.
Well, I mean, just looking at the two teams, the Bills are the better team. You wouldn't expect the Panthers to come out as winners on this matchup.
Nah, I mean, if they did, hooray for them, but still, they're not in a playoff run. They're not trying to make it to the playoffs. So the Bills are, so they really needed that win. So Texans and Jags. I think we both picked the Texans in this one.
Yeah, I don't know a scenario I would pick the Jags.
Right, because they still. I mean, they don't even got a head coach no more. So
no, because he's gone. Urban Meyer.
Yeah, he's gone. So ain't like there's no real reason for the Jags to actually win this game. It's pretty much like Ohio State all over again. That one season they had without Urban Meyer.
Right, you just finish it out.
Yeah. So Jets and Dolphins. We said
the Dolphins.
We said the Dolphins.
The Jets are the Jets.
They're the Jets, and
but it was a close game. It was a pretty high-scoring game for the two teams.
Yeah, they just one of those teams that's like on the losing seasons, and they gonna forever be in that losing season. So
unless something changes,
there ain't nothing gonna change about that team. So we ain't on the This is one of those games that I was shocked and I'm really upset about. The Cardinals and Lions game. What was y'all thinking? What was the scheme, the game plan? I'm sorry. My fault. I was kind of upset about that.
A little passionate here.
No, but seriously, what was the scheme, the game plan in that game? Because y'all did not go in there with that mindset at all. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but still, they just blew that out the water. I mean, like, y'all just let the Lions get up on y'all for like 21 zip in the first half.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to sit here and defend the Cardinals on that one because there's no way that should have happened.
There's no excuse. Short weeks, long weeks. I mean, it's like I think there was a regular week for y'all.
You're one of the best teams in the league. And the Lions are one of the worst. That shouldn't be.
I mean, like y'all in the top 3 in the playoffs right now. I think y'all like probably what number 2 or number 3 seed right now because of the fact that y'all lost this game, and the fact that y'all lost to whoever it was the week before.
The Cardinals are in a situation where they need to win. They're gonna make it to the playoffs, but to give themselves the best shot at a Super Bowl, they need to win the rest.
They
of the
need
games.
to step it up. They need to
win
go
the
back,
next 3 games.
They need to go back to what they was doing in the beginning of this season if they want to actually win. Or
if they keep sinking lower in the rankings.
They got the mentality of Super Bowl or bust. I mean, y'all busting right now. Y'all lost to the Lions. What was this? Like who would lose? I mean, I know the Vikings. I get the Vikings. The Vikings, they not really, they decent. They not as good as y'all. Y'all are way better than the Vikings. I'm like, what was this? What y'all put out there? 3rd strings? Come on out. Like, be serious. Y'all supposed to win that game.
Right. You got Kyler Murray at the helm, at quarterback. I just don't see how you lose.
You got DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green. And you got Zach Ertz as a tight end now.
You got talent for days.
Talent. Buku talent. And then the defense, Buku talent. What is going on there?
It's improbable. And it should not have happened.
On to the next game for you. This thing be longer than what it's supposed to be. The Cowboys and the Giants. We saw this coming. So
everyone saw this coming.
I expected the Cowboys to score way more than what they did.
I think that's appropriate. I don't know.
21? Nah, because that first half, it was like 9-3, I think. 9-3 at the most. And y'all were supposed to have way more than 9 in the first half.
I'll give you that.
So that's what I say. 21-6 is, like y'all supposed to have more points than 21.
Although this week wasn't a good week for high-scoring games.
Nah, it definitely wasn't.
This was a defensive week.
That's for sure. Bengals and Broncos. This game, I did not expect to be this close. I mean, I know Bridgewater went down. He couldn't feel none of his extremities.
I thought you said he could feel them.
No, he was able to feel them once he made it to the hospital.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
So, yeah,
I was watching that one, and I know they said he could feel them later.
Yeah, he got let out today. Like this morning, as soon as he was able to maneuver all his extremities. So, but yeah, this game, I don't know what the Bengals was thinking. I think they probably just missing some pieces in this game.
The problem was their defense was not stopping like they normally did.
Yeah, like their defense, like the Broncos. I expected the Broncos defense to step up, of course. I mean, it's the Broncos defense. They always
that's
good.
The one thing Denver is known for. Is defense.
It's just they
defense.
They just need to find a quarterback. That's all.
Do. The funny part was they started playing better with Drew Lock.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that just lit a fire under them after Bridgewater got hurt,
but the thing is, it's off and on, with the team. So you never know, so the quarterback could be good this game. Now he might suck next game.
There's no consistency.
No, there's none. So they need a consistent quarterback. I don't know who they're gonna be or where they're gonna get that from, but they need one.
Gotta get it somewhere.
Yeah. So Falcons and 49ers. I think we both picked the 49ers.
Both picked the 49ers.
So yeah, it's like
Falcons are riding out a losing season.
This is expected. So 49ers was the better team in that game.
The Packers and the Ravens was a standoff.
That was a good game. Even though Lamar was not playing in this game.
They did not take that line down.
No.
They went in and they fought it.
That backup Tyler Huntley from Utah. Yeah. But anyway. That was a good game. I did not expect that. Apparently Tyler Huntley is actually watching what Lamar does because it actually shows in his game. Because usually your backup don't have a close game like this against a Packer, against a team like the Packers.
Usually your backup just kind of keeps you in there.
Yeah, Like they, if anything, your backup would probably be a close game, but
this
not
was,
like this type of game.
They had a legitimate shot to take it.
Yeah, they was actually scoring.
The team with Aaron Rodgers and
like
Devontae Adams and everyone else.
They was going back and forth. It was a good game. Okay. Saints and Buccaneers.
See, this is another upset that there's no explanation for it.
I'm not surprised by it because like they're rivals. You know, they're in the same division. So
I expected more than 0 from the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I expected more than 0 points from the Buccaneers. Yes, I agree with that part. I think this is their first time with Tom Brady, 0 points. Unless it was last season and they like just got obliterated by the Saints.
This is the first time. And
it's the first time?
Was the first time since 2006 that Tom Brady had been blown out in a game.
Yeah. So
he
there's
a video floating around. I'm sure everyone has seen it.
Him messing up.
That's
it got dark. Hold on.
All right. Sorry, had more technical difficulties. This is not our night tonight.
apparently, Tom don't want us talking about him right now.
All respect, but all due respect, but 15 years is a long time. So I mean, that would be hard to take.
Yeah.
The amount of success that he has had to have a game like this, I would have thrown that tablet too. That thing would have been launched.
Yeah. The Saints just had the Buccaneers number. I mean, of course they lost to them the first go around, but I mean, the second go around, you probably thought the Buccaneers would have won, but it probably been a close one. But them going 9, like a really defensive game, not something you really expect from a Buccaneers and Saints game. Something you really expect from Buccaneers Saints game is a shootout at the most. But
I expected it more to be of a one-sided game in the Buccaneers' favor.
Well, if you okay, let's put it like this: if Jameis Winston was still playing right now, it probably would have been a shootout game. Probably. Not saying.
I think I might still expect the same. I might still have the same expectations.
But
for that
Jameis Winston, he's learned something from Drew Brees.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you hang around. Yeah.
That okay. Raiders and Browns.
That ended in a tie, didn't it?
Nope.
No.
That one ended with the field goal at the with 5 seconds left on the clock.
Oh.
So yeah.
Field goal.
The Raiders. Actually, it was a fight. I can say that it was a fight. It actually was a good game. I was not surprised, but it was a lot of injuries also. So, more so on the Browns. Oh my gosh. It's a real one.
All right, we're back.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. Most of the injuries was on the Browns side of the field.
Kind of evened it out. The Raiders have already had their fair share of injuries,
and people didn't let go of people.
Yeah.
So, but the thing was, most of the Browns were defensive, kind of like the Ravens, you know. In this game, most of their defensive players got hurt. Some of them you might see again, some of them you might not. This loss probably stopped the Browns from making it to the playoffs. I don't probably got nothing really to say about them, honestly. Okay, Steelers and Titans.
Whew, they held on. Not gonna lie, the nail biter. One tackle was the difference between losing it and winning it.
Yes. Whew. Man, my stomach was hurting.
I expected the Titans to win that one. I'm not gonna.
I chose my team because it's my team. But the way they played, I didn't like it. Not one bit. Because the offense couldn't really get nothing going. I mean, when they did, Ben Roethlisberger had to do a QB sneak to get the touchdown. Like, come on now, we supposed to be running the ball on this 1 yard line, or just give it to Najee and let him jump over the offensive line.
The actual running back.
The actual running back. Don't we shouldn't have to be making this.
He might not even need to jump over it. He could probably run through him.
We don't need this man doing QB sneaks and stuff like that. He's
fragile.
He's on his way out. He don't need me to be doing all this extra stuff.
It was a win, but it was an ugly one.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones like we still can't stop the run. They were still running the ball on us. Like they was throwing the ball, but the passing game wasn't really doing it for them. So they was really much relying on the run. Most of our points came from field goals, and also the defense. I say pretty much like the linebackers and the safeties actually stepped up in this game than any other game that we played this season.
The defense was huge in this one.
Yeah, the turnovers, like
I think they won the game for him. If it wasn't for the defense stepping up, I think the Titans would have won it.
Oh, most definitely, because
that might have been the end of the Steelers' playoff hopes.
And I would not be upset if that was the end of the Steelers' playoff hopes. Because
I figured you would be.
No. It's like we got a retiring quarterback. We need a new quarterback. And we need to add more pieces to them. Offensive line.
Past tense. Needed.
But no, we do need to add more pieces to the offensive line. The pieces that we have now not working out in our favor. So that needs to change big time. The Vikings and Bears right now, we both chose the Vikings, I believe, and
so far
we're right on schedule
by a lot. Like the Vikings.
So the Vikings are winning this game. It's pretty much exactly what we expected, and we didn't expect nothing less from the Vikings because the fact they're better, and the Bears got a rookie quarterback. I mean, he still got
some growing to do.
Yeah, he going through his growing pains right now. He's a rookie. Like you don't expect nothing. You can't expect a lot from a rookie.
And now more than previous times, the rookie quarterbacks are drafted and they're just thrown right into it.
Yeah.
Whereas before,
you get
drafted, you have a couple seasons watching your starter before you even start in a game.
Yeah. Like Aaron Rodgers, he sat back for 3 years.
Under Favre, so he sat there and studied Brett Favre and then took over. So set him up for success.
Right. So those are for the review of Week 15, of last week's games. Now on to next week's games. Whew. All right, 49ers and Titans.
Here we go.
All right. I got not the Titans. I got the 49ers in this one.
The 49ers.
Yeah, I got the 49ers.
49ers. Yeah, no, that's probably right. Lately, George Kittle's been on fire. He's one of those tight ends that he's like right now. You got Gronk, Kelsey, and Kittle that are like the best, and everyone else is
underneath them.
Mark Andrews in Baltimore, he's pretty good, but George Kittle yards after contact just insane. It's crazy.
Right. This is like
you just got to get the ball to him and he'll make something happen.
Honestly, that's it. But yeah, like the Titans' offensive pieces are still missing. So
your offense was Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry ain't gonna be back no time soon.
You're gonna need more than that against San Francisco.
Yeah, y'all definitely gonna need more.
Especially when they can flip around on the offense and have Deebo Samuel and George Kittle open up on you.
All right. Browns and Packers.
This is gonna be Packers.
This is gonna be Packers. I think this is gonna be Packers by a long one, because of the fact that we just, like I said earlier, the Browns just received like multiple injuries on defense, and they still got people on the COVID list. Ain't no telling how long they're gonna be on the COVID list, but I still don't think that's gonna make a big difference between what happens in this game, because just because of the fact that like the injuries are on the defense.
And that's where you need people against the Packers.
You need your top, you need your elite people playing.
You need to put pressure on Aaron Rodgers. You need to, and they can't do that with their injuries.
No, the injuries they have now is not going to help them win this game. And I think Myles Garrett might be out for a couple of games. I think this is probably going to be one of them games that he missed, because I think he's probably got a groin. Because he was stretching out his upper quad area, and I'm thinking it might be a groin issue.
Yeah, it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
Colts. You know what? I'm gonna go Colts on the Colts and Cardinals.
You didn't even finish like saying like who they playing against.
You're right. I'm sorry. Colts and the Cardinals. I'm gonna have to go Colts. I'd like to say Cardinals.
I'm sorry, but
after the Lions game, I can't say it.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to Colts too, just because they playing way more physical than what they used to, and honestly, I think the Cardinals are they put themselves in cruise control, and which they need to get out of, and put their rears in gears, because if they really want to try to win and play for a Super Bowl, they need to get out that cruise control real quick.
And if you can't beat the Lions or the Colts, you can't. It's indicators. If you can't beat teams like that, your chances of winning a Super Bowl aren't great.
So, I mean, the Buccaneers ain't in cruise control. Shoot, the Rams ain't even in cruise control.
Now, this is the worst time to go into cruise control.
Yes,
end of the season. You're running for the playoffs.
These are when the games really matter. These are when the games really matter. This is when you should be trying to play, because you don't want to be like a wild card team, knowing that you're supposed to be out of the 1 and the 4.
You were once one of the top teams, yeah.
So they need to do something quick and fast before they end up either out the playoffs or a wild card team.
You don't want the playing slots.
No, you don't want those petty slots. Okay, Rams and Vikings.
I gotta go Rams.
I'm going Rams. Vikings ain't that good. They're a decent team.
They're a losing team.
They're a losing team.
The Rams, yeah, it's just.
The Rams are just way better defensively and offensively.
Cooper Kupp is tearing it up. Stafford's numbers are way better than they've ever been.
We're seeing a better version of OBJ than what he was with the Browns, which was, I still think, was a quarterback issue, not Odell issue.
I think it was a team chemistry issue. Things weren't meshing. And it just doesn't work.
Well, if you using Odell as a decoy,
I'm not saying it's an Odell chemistry issue.
No, you're saying team chemistry thing, but I'm just saying, like, most of the time when Odell was on the Browns, that he was only being used as a decoy. He wasn't really used as a wide receiver.
Right.
So, like, that's what I said. It's just, and then when Baker Mayfield threw the ball to Odell, it was forced. Like, which got him injured.
He didn't want to.
Yeah, and also which caused a lot of interceptions and deflections. So.
Yep. The Rams should take that one. Should.
Yes.
I'm going to say should, because who knows?
Any given Sunday, man. All right, Bills and Patriots. Okay, this is a rematch.
Another rematch.
So,
I'm gonna go Bills.
I'm gonna go Patriots. I mean, even though they lost that game,
the question is, how do they recover from that game?
They just
mentally.
They got to be more physical.
Right.
Bill Belichick don't play that, especially against Bills. They don't play like Belichick don't lose to Bills. So if that's the case, you're gonna see a way different Patriots team next Sunday.
I'd hate to be at those practices.
Yeah, those are the practices you don't want to be in. So
all right, the Lions and the Falcons.
I'm going Falcons.
Falcons?
I'm going Falcons.
I'm gonna go with the wild card. I'm gonna say Lions.
I mean, I don't have high expectation for this game. But if the Lions do win, because they play more physical, I don't see the Falcons really playing physical. They play strategy. They strategize. They scheme. But I don't see Falcons playing really physical.
If the Lions play like they did against the Cardinals, they're winning this game. That's.
I don't know. We might see a different Lions team next season.
I don't know what they did.
Right.
Chargers and the Texans.
Chargers all the way.
Chargers.
You're like, come on now. Like, who are we kidding?
Texans. No, it's gonna be the Chargers. I don't know what else to say about it.
And like, there's nothing really to say about that game. Ravens
and Bengals. This could be. I'm gonna go Ravens. I'm gonna go Ravens on this one.
Cause you're
That's a small part of it.
Because your alumni players playing that game.
Small part of it. But the way they played against the Packers and kept it at 31-30 with the injuries, without Lamar.
Okay. Based on how the Bengals played this week, they just might end up losing this game. I won't put it past them to lose this game. I don't put it past the Ravens to lose this game. Both teams are really good. They have really good seasons this year. But, I mean, they both got the same record also. So, but I would probably put my money on the Bengals to win. Just because they still got their starter. They still got their elite group playing for the most part. It's more than the Ravens, I should say. So I give the upper hand to the Bengals. Jags and Jets.
This is a coin toss.
Two losing teams. Who you expect to win?
Tails?
I'm gonna go Jags.
You go Jags?
I'm gonna go Jags.
I'm gonna say
I don't expect a lot. If this be a blowout game, I'm gonna just say it's a college game.
A college game.
It's a college game.
You know what? I think the Jags do have a slight edge. Very slight, marginal at best, but an edge still.
But still two losing teams.
It's really a coin toss, though. It's 50-50. It's
no high hopes here.
Buccaneers and Panthers. I gotta go the Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go Bucks because they are pissed.
I feel bad for the Panthers, man. Tom Brady is going to come back and rain thunder into that stadium.
Pissed after losing to the Saints the way they did.
That's going to be like Thor coming down with like giant clouds around him. Like, he's going to destroy him.
Bring me Thanos. Oh man, I just feel sorry for the Panthers in this game. It's gonna be bad for them.
They better be ready. It's coming. There's a storm coming.
Yes. And you know what? Since we said all of this, what if? Just a what if?
Hold on.
What if it's a blowout, but it's the Panthers winning in the blowout?
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to. Oh, well, but yeah, we know it's not going to happen. It's just a what if. Boy, that would be hilarious. All right, we got that out of the way. Giants and Eagles, a rivalry game, division game.
I'm gonna go Eagles.
Yeah, I was gonna go Eagles. Don't know much about either one of these teams really.
The Eagles at least have some redeemable qualities.
They got the Eagles got a better chance of trying to. They still in the hunt.
The Giants are out. They're just out.
Giants ain't got nothing to lose, so if they win this game, they just win the game.
They got nothing to gain.
No, they really don't. Bears and Seahawks. Still, same thing. One of these teams, they not making it to the playoffs.
The other one could.
Neither one will. They just gotta hope for the best next season. I'll probably give this one to the Seahawks. Just
if we're comparing, you have veterans on the Seahawks. Yeah, and the Bears are a young team.
Yeah.
The experience alone, I think, is gonna pull them up.
Yeah, that's what I was going with. Like, I think because the fact they're way more experienced on the Seahawks. I think that's the one thing that'll probably get them through that game. Not just physicality. I think it's just more experience. Broncos and Raiders.
I'm gonna go Broncos. I'm gonna go Broncos on this.
I think it's gonna be a good game. Just the fact that both teams got the same record. They both good for each other, I should say, because can't really. Broncos got the better defense. Let's just say that Broncos got the better defense.
Defense wins games.
And defense does win games. And yeah, I think Broncos defense going to pretty much probably come out of this game with probably 2 or 3 interceptions against the Raiders. And that's what's going to give them over the hump to win this game.
Even if it's not interceptions, the Broncos will just stop the Raiders.
Yeah, get 3 and outs.
3 and outs. If you can get a bunch of those, you can have mediocre offense and still win a game.
True. WFT versus Cowboys.
WFT.
Washington football team. I didn't feel like saying all of that.
WFT. WFT. Let's see. You know what? Oh, no, I'm gonna go Cowboys.
It was a close one. It was a close
one last time. I know.
So I think the Washington football team can pull this one out.
I'm still gonna go Cowboys.
They can't. I didn't finish what I was saying.
Sorry.
But I just said they can pull this one out. But I ain't saying I was going with them though. I am going with the Cowboys. I'm going for the Cowboys for the wrong reasons, but
for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I got family members that's Cowboy fans.
All right.
So, and they still upset because the Pittsburgh beat them, but we ain't going through all that.
That's an always thing.
Yeah. But
don't mean to hurt feelings.
But at the same time, this is one of those games where that can actually tip the scale for whoever when they play each other in the playoffs. Probably, who knows?
It's one of those where you wouldn't pick the Washington football team for a lot of games, but this one you might.
So yeah, it's like a who knows type of game. All right, Dolphins and Saints. I'll probably give the Saints the upper hand on that one.
Yeah, if they can play defense, and I mean the Dolphins, if you can play good defense against the Dolphins, they might get 0 points too. They held the Bucks to 0 points.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be pretty tired after trying to keeping the Bucks to 0 points. That's a lot.
That's a tall task.
Yeah, that's a lot you asking for your defense.
Takes a lot of ibuprofen and do a lot of stretching.
So, I mean, the Saints probably gonna be tired in this one. If they do win, because they relied on their offense. But the Dolphins pretty much showing at the end of the season they're no slouch, I should say.
You gotta take them seriously.
Yeah, it's like you've seen the games they won, you've seen the close games they had. So yeah, it's like But I'm still going with the Saints though, because I just think the Saints will beat the Dolphins outright. And
Yeah.
honestly, I think it's at Saints home. I think it's at the Saints. Like they're gonna be at home, so yeah, they're gonna have a better advantage because the fans gonna be there, and
there's gonna be
Tua. I don't think Tua gonna be good in that sort of fashion because it gets really loud in a Saints stadium.
Unless Taysom Hill gets hurt or something like that, then they got a chance.
Yeah, who knows? All right, last but not least, Steelers and Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I'm sorry.
You can't pull off an ugly win against the Chiefs.
What? I cheer for my team, but do I expect them to win? No. Come on, let's be real.
You got to be at the top of your game now.
Okay, if this was okay, let me put this in perspective. If this was in like the beginning of the season, between like 2 and 8, when they played each other, okay, I'd have chose the Chiefs all the way. I mean, not Chiefs, but the Steelers all the way because of the fact that the Chiefs was struggling
at the beginning. Yeah, absolutely. They would have had a chance then. This is not the beginning of the season.
We would have had a perfect chance to win then. But now they got everything together. They're getting their schemes down. The chemistry is getting better. I'm going Chiefs. I mean,
you can't have a game like you did last week.
Right. You can't have an ugly win.
You can't consistently play like that and expect to win.
You can't have this ugly win against the Titans and expect you're going to go into the Chiefs' home and actually get another ugly win. That ain't going to happen. I mean, you going against some real good players. Only one person so far is not going to play against the Steelers is Kelce. Travis Kelce. He's the only one that's probably not going to be there. We might get lucky enough if Tyreek Hill don't play.
He'll be playing.
We'd be hoping and praying if he don't play. Shoot. But yeah, like what you like. I mean, they don't run the ball a lot, sure enough, but they do run the ball. They run the ball.
They run it enough.
They run it way better than what we do. I can tell you that much. So, yeah, I'm going Chiefs. I mean, I'm Steelers all day, but Chiefs in this one. Because if I'm putting money down, and
it's not on the Steelers,
and it's not going on the Steelers in this one. I'm telling you that much. But that's our picks for next week's games.
Leave comments.
Like and subscribe.
Your opinions. We love feedback. So.
Tell us who you think. Tell us what we're wrong at. Tell us what we're right at. I mean, if you think the same, opinions are opinions. That's why they are opinions. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about this
tell
channel.
Everyone.
And
we will
talk to you next week.
Peace.